This is the semester 1 fall exam review. So we've already gone through all of the pages, not all of the pages, but I just wanted to do a video of the part we have not finished. And I want to recommend that you pause at any of these pages. So I'm just going to keep going. Feel free to pause this and copy the information. Just to keep them in the video. Feel free to pause wherever you want, and in a minute here we will start where we left off. Okay, we are almost to the part where we stopped. These are some of the triangle properties. And now we're going to do some example problems from them. All right, look at number 1. Find the measure of each numbered angle or solve for x. So we're going to find the measure of angle 1. So I'm not going to solve them all the way out, but I will help you decide for how to figure them out. So this one, we're missing one angle. So angle 1 is right here. And we know from the triangle angle sum theorem that all of these angles are going to add up to 180. So we can take the measure of angle 1 plus the 62 plus the 90 and set them equal to 180. And then you can solve for angle 1. All right, so for number 2, this is an exterior angle. And so we know that this angle 1 is going to equal 65 plus 50. All right, let's look at the next one. Feel free to pause if I'm going too fast. All right, so these two triangles, they have vertical angles here, and so it makes it so these two triangles are congruent by angle, angle, side. Angle, angle, side. And therefore, all of their corresponding angles are congruent. So that means this angle right here is also 2x minus 4. So if I take all three angles and add them up, I can set them equal to 180. All right, so here are my three angles. They're added together and set equal to 180. We can do the same thing with this next problem. We know the two triangles are congruent by SSS, and so that means this angle G is congruent to that J, so it's also 48. And I can add all the angles up and set it equal to 180. 53 plus 48 plus 11x minus 9 equals 180. So here are my three angles, and they're all adding up to 180. And so then you can just combine like terms, blah, 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 set an equal, and solve for x. Okay, for the next section, writing identify the postulate you can use to prove that the triangles are congruent. If so, write congruent, and if not, write not possible. Okay, so this one has a shared side, and so we know it's congruent to itself. I'm going to make this real big so when I write on it, it's small. Okay, so I have a side and an angle and a side in that triangle, and the side, angle, side in the same in the other triangle. So they are congruent by side, angle, side. You may have wanted to immediately say HL for hypotenuse leg because it had a right angle. But remember, we only do that when we have SSA with a right angle. Then we change it to HL. This one is an A and then an angle and then a side. So this is two angles and a side, and the side is not between the two angles, so we're going to pick AS. We don't want to put the S between the A's because it's not. And of course, both of the triangles are marked the same. Okay, so this one has a shared side also. And we have an angle, a side, and a side. Oh my, so this other triangle is marked the same way. So we have SSA, but we don't use SSA. Now, what we want to do is look to see if it has a right angle. No right angle. So this one is a not possible. If it had a right angle, we would say HL. Okay, so now we're looking at these three triangles and we're going to solve for x. On the test, you might be solving for x, or you might be giving me the length of a side or the measure of an angle. So that would be when you are plugging the variable back in. Okay, so this one, I have the lengths of sides as algebraic expressions, but I don't have them marked equal. However, these angles are congruent, and so the sides opposite them are also congruent. So I know that these two are congruent, so that means their measures are equal, so I can take them and set an equal sign between them, and then just solve for x, and y'all are good with your algebra. Okay, so this one, I have sides, but I need to mark the angles. And so since these two sides are equal, those two angles are equal, and therefore this is a 2x. So we're talking angles here, so we know they all add up to 180. So 40 plus 2x plus 2x is going to equal 180. All right, looking at the last one here, I have two sides marked equal and an angle 60, but I need to solve for x, and I don't have a relationship between the 3x plus 8 and the 4x minus 4. So I might as well just, I know I can figure out angles, so I'm going to figure out what these other two angles are. I know they're equal. So this is 180 minus 60 is 120. And then I'm going to divide that by 2 and get 60 each. So that's an equilateral, equiangular triangle. That means all three sides are also equal. And therefore, I can set my 3x plus 8 equal to 4x minus 4. And then solve. Go ahead and watch part 2 of the semester 1 review for the next pages of the review packet. Thanks for watching.